it's Mrs. Conley here, and I am going to show you another experiment that you can try at home that involves the science of weather. One of the main things that scientists look for with weather is to look for patterns in the sky and in our atmosphere. And one of the patterns that we can watch for are what our clouds tell us. Clouds are made of tiny droplets of water. If we were to do a zoomed in of a cloud, or if we could actually be inside of one, we would be all wet and covered with water droplets. And if we're gonna make a cloud today for this experiment, inside of a bottle here that I have, it's one of the materials you need, we need to know what the recipe is for a cloud. So we follow a recipe. So this is my cloud recipe. There are 3 main ingredients for a cloud. Now, one of those is water vapor. Water vapor is water as a gas. Now, I mentioned a cloud is made of tiny droplets. That's actually a liquid. One of the science things we need to think about is how water can be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. Solid like ice. Liquid would be those tiny water droplets, or when it rains. And a gas is like steam, or what we call water vapor. This is what's going to come up from the oceans, from other water sources on Earth, and get into the sky and in our atmosphere. I'm going to add that to the bottle experiment as warm water. So one of the ingredients we need is warm water. This can be hot water from the tap. You can warm it up a little bit in the microwave, and you only need a little bit because it's actually not the liquid water that I really need. I need the warm water is going to do something called evaporate and become a gas, and then we are going to change it back to a liquid to get the cloud. I'm going to cap that lightly just for a moment. We need the other ingredient. So following our recipe, we need water vapor and we need particles. Particles in our atmosphere, dust, smoke, pollution. These little particles are what the tiny water droplets are going to grab onto. The water vapor is going to collect on those particles, and we're going to again do that inside that bottle. The other ingredient is going to be cooling because of low pressure. So in a moment, you're going to hear me talk about low pressure. So I have warm water. That's going to create a gas inside here from evaporation. I need particles. I'm going to use a match. I have a candle here just to help me light it here. I'm going to use a match that I'm going to actually blow out to have some smoke go in the bottle. That is what's going to create something for the cloud to collect on. So now, water, warm water, some smoke in there from the match, and then I'm going to close up this bottle and we're going to squeeze it and let go, and this is going to change from high pressure to low pressure. On weather maps, next time you listen to a weather report from a meteorologist, you're going to see a big H or a big L, and they're talking about high and low pressure. We're going to change those conditions inside our bottle. Right now you might see it seems cloudy, and you can actually roll the little bit of water in there just to get rid of that, because that's actually not your cloud. That's condensation, which we want as well, but we want it really as our cloud formation. So now I'm going to change high and low pressure, and this is going to create our cloud. When you squeeze the bottle, the trick is this: squeeze the bottle creates a high pressure, and when we let go, we're going to have a low pressure change, and we're going to have a cloud form. Hopefully you can see that against the backdrop here. That's our cloud in there. Again, to make sure you realize it's a cloud, get rid of the outside condensation on the inside there. And again, squeeze creates high pressure. And when you release, a low pressure change happens and a cloud is formed. So no cloud, cloud. No cloud, cloud. No cloud, cloud. This is our cloud in a bottle weather experiment. Again, recipe for a cloud. We've got warm water changing from evaporation, condensation occurring from pressure change, and a little bit of particles in there from our match and the smoke. So again, if I get rid of this on the edge and then squeeze and release, I've got a cloud in a bottle. I hope you have fun with this. Bye, everyone.